Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome to the channel and to The Long Dark. So just as a quick update about the game The Long Dark, the developers released some information today saying that episode 4 of the Wintermute storyline is going to be released on October 6th, 2021. That being said, that compresses the time frame that we have to complete episodes 2 and 3. And obviously, I don't want to start playing episode 4 without finishing episodes 2 and 3 since I've never played the game before, and I expect that the storylines build on each other. So, what we're going to be doing for the foreseeable future is that there will be at least one episode of The Long Dark being released daily, alongside your other favorite channel content, such as My Time in Portia or Lost in Random. But there will be multiple episodes coming out per day in an effort to try to get episodes 2 and 3 completed before October 6th. But for now, I guess without further ado, let's get you back into today's current episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to The Long Dark. So if you recall at the end of the last episode, we were here in the whatever it's called, the electric dam. And we searched through the entire dam. We found parts, we found medical supplies, and we need to make our way back down to the trapper. So probably what we're going to do is stop off a bunch of supplies here. I will show you that, of course you can see in the bottom left, I slept here. I used my bedroll for the first time. I slept here, I ate, and I drank as much as I could. So you can see that primarily what's left in this locker at this point is a whole bunch of burning material. So there's a bunch of books, there's newspapers, there's some matches, nothing medical, there's some clothing, no food, no equipment, and no materials. So I managed to pick up everything except pretty much things to burn and things to wear. So we're going to take back as much as humanly possible.
I'd better check in on that old trapper.
Let's go ahead and extinguish this and put it away. And I did break down a couple of things, and I equipped the hat with the Canadian logo on it. It ended up being quite a bit warmer than this cowl that I was wearing, and I also repaired and I put on the second pair of climbing socks. I did break down some things, repaired some things, but that's primarily it. Just kind of got us back in working shape, and you can see that we're at 29.72 out of 30 kilograms, so I really couldn't take anything else. I also took a few minutes to look up, in episode 1, I had mentioned that I didn't understand. I had got an extra 5 kilograms of carry weight, and I wasn't sure what that was all about. I looked it up, and that was from a well-fed benefit. So nothing in here. Okay. Apparently, if you avoid getting a calorie count of like 0 for 72 hours, you get a benefit called well-fed, and then it increases your carry weight by 5 kilograms. But I've not been in this episode yet for 72 hours, so I'm assuming that is why I don't have that. Which is going to be the fastest way to get back? To be honest, I think it's following the railroad tracks. There's something dead. Because there's birds. There, of course, was a wolf over here. And I see there are deer down there. Oh no! That's a dead body. I thought maybe that wolf ran down there and killed one of the deer, but I see it now that it's light out. You can see it right there. You can see the orange jumpsuit. It's like another one of the convicts. How he got here, I've got no idea. Yes, one of the things I didn't mention is that I dropped the stones. And I did that knowing that I've got the weapons on me, but now I have nothing to do decoys. Okay, well, he doesn't have line of sight at the moment. And I'm not carrying any raw meat. Oh. There we go. Where was the body? It is very windy out. There it is. Oh, and there's nothing. Hopefully that wolf stays in his patrol area, which seems to be down there. Oof. I'm going to get cold very, very quickly in this weather. And there's that lookout we need to go check out at some point. Obviously, I do not have the inventory space to do that right now. So that will not be today. Oh, there's a wolf. You can see it right there. Of course he's coming back this way, isn't he? Oh, no, wait. No, he's walking away from me. Hoping to get by him before he sees me. And I'm at risk of spraining my legs because I'm on the side of a hill. Hey, that was good timing. Thought I just heard something over there, but it's really hard to tell because it's very, very windy out right now. And we're not far from the camp office now because, of course, I was able to see this train from the camp office. You know, the funny thing is actually looking at the map, I'm wondering if the devs intended for the camp office to be kind of a middle of the map base for you, because with the trapper's cabin being in the very southwest of the map, it's not a very logical place, even though there's a constantly running fire. It's not a very logical place for you to hole up when obviously the lookout's way up here, the dam is way up here, now I've got a supply cache that's way up here. I mean, this is just not a convenient location, so that might be why they put that camp office in there to begin with. very stormy out today. Yeah, I think this... You can see the power line goes in here. I think this is, of course, where the camp office is. Just trying to keep an eye out on the railroad bed here for wolves. And, of course, we had seen some down at the lake where there's ice fishing cabins are. I don't know what I'm hearing, but it makes me nervous. He really is a very slow runner. I guess I probably would be too in this amount of snow, let's be honest. Okay. Well, we made it back. That's always a good sign. And it's light. Seriously? Chair, I told you were going to be a goner. Every time I come in, it's in my way. Okay, things to dump off in here. Oh, by the way, I also took a bunch of that newspaper and I made a bunch of these tinder plugs because they're really good for making fires and it seems like they're very low weight. I mean, I've got 15 of them on me and they're only 0.75 kilograms. So I did not make all of them. I thought that was probably a little overly excessive. What else do I want to dump off here? Some of this extra clothing that I grabbed, the cowl that I was wearing. And I brought along some of these things. I also, this was, once it was repaired, like I said, it was quite nice. And I don't know about these work pants. I didn't even look at them all that carefully. But I thought maybe some of these, just in case something would happen and my clothing would get damaged beyond repair. I don't know if that can happen or not, but... pork and beans. Let's put some tea in here. Some extra coffee tins. Speaking of which, here's the extra flare gun. Here are the fishing lines, which we'll have to actually try at some point. Okay, I've got 8 rounds in my gun. I'm going to hope that I don't need more than 8 rounds. And also, I should not need this many flares, but also flare shells. Wonder why this one's kept separately. Previously, they were stacked to 3, and now this is stacked to 13 with this one oddball out. Let's maybe keep half a dozen on us. Whoops. So I've done too many. I would like to keep the pry bar. I would like to keep the hatchet. I feel like that uses up so much inventory space. You know what? Let's say that I assume that if I don't have the flare, or if I have the distress pistol, I'm probably not going to need the flares. Do I need this? Do I need to carry this with me? Because I've got a hatchet and I've got a can opener. I feel like this was used to break things down. Well, you know what? It was used to break down cloth materials. I'm not sure. How much fuel does this have in it? I feel like I need to get some fuel. Yeah, honestly, I'm about as bare bones as it gets, and my weight is still at 22, and I suspect that's because of the rifle cartridge. I'm sorry, the rifle. Let's refuel you? Okay, that took me to 0.5 out of... I think I've got more in here. Oh, I've got another... Oh yeah, here. Got an entire other storm lantern. There we go. We've still got 1.53 liters. Let's go ahead and put that back in because I don't want to have to carry it with me. It weighs a little much. Okay, so then I guess the question is, do I actually need the hatchet if I've got the pry bar and the scrap metal shard and the can opener? Honestly, I haven't used it yet. I literally just used it to break down the chair at the bottom of the stairs. Oh, it's not going to fit. Good thing we've got drawers over here. Okay. Alright, I would like to grab some food really quickly. Grab an energy bar. And then we should have... I don't have very much water on me at all. Okay, let's grab, okay, I still have 0.61 liters. I should be fine. Let's leave the cup of coffee here. I do have one soda with me. Let's grab one more just in case. And... yeah. Alright. We're going to head off to the trader now, which we should have these extra... yes. Oh, this is Astrid's hard case. No, are these actually taking up... right, it doesn't say that any of this stuff's taking up space, so... okay. Whoa. Our goal in this episode is going to be to get over to the trappers, to give him his stuff and grab whatever we can bring back and bring it back here since this is much more centrally located. And I'll have to see if he's got another mission for us then after that. I'd seen a wolf on the railroad tracks down that way previously. I don't see one now. Oh, there it is. Right there. Right now I think I'm out of viewing range, so we should be okay to keep going. As long as I can remember how to get to the trapper's cabin. I remember coming through here, but I remember being on some pretty steep embankments. Oh yeah, I definitely came through here because there's that burnout house. I guess it's not actually a burnout house, it's like a dilapidated one. And I could be grabbing sticks while I'm going, and I'm just not going to do it because, like I said, my objective is going to be to try to bring as much stuff back to the camp office, since that's going to be, I think, where we're going to hole up for this episode. And when I say this episode, I don't mean this YouTube episode. I mean for episode 2, the Luminance Fugue. Okay, it should have been... here's a stone I can grab. Wait. Okay. I thought I came down that way. Maybe I did. Maybe because of the terrain I came down a little bit of a winding trail, but looks like his cabin is more this way. If I needed sticks, this would definitely be the pathway to grab sticks on. Okay, can I go up here? There's no grass. When I see grass, I know that areas are traversable. Looks like I can get up, but that... Okay. What's dead down there? Where am I? And how do I get down without breaking my legs? So, interestingly, when we saw the convict's body, it had 3 birds flying around. This one's got 4. I wonder if there's a difference as to whether it's a dead human versus a dead animal, because it would be easier to know which ones I should actually follow. Actually, this kind of looks like a body, like a human body. Definitely a human body. Hey, good thing I put my hatchet away.
This'll come in handy.
More rifle cartridges. Okay, where are we? Okay. I know those are used to make bow and arrows. I've not yet figured out how to make a bow and arrow, nor if I'll need one. I mean... There it is. By the way, in this episode, we might also try to get through some of the survival basics, such as snaring rabbits. And I did make, obviously, with that moss that we had gotten earlier, I had made some of those dressings for the old man's beard, whatever. So I might have to be on the lookout for some of the reishi mushrooms. I knew I needed to make some tea out of those. And also some of the rose hips so that we can make tea out of them. I honestly have no idea what time of day it is. I know it was just kind of turning light as I was getting ready to leave up at the dam, and now we've traversed the whole way down to the cabin, and now to the trapper's cabin. And I'm, like I said, I'm hoping to make it back to the camp office this evening yet. Let's go ahead and put this away. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure if I left my bedroll back at the camp office.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's smart.
Take it easy. You're pretty banged up. You're probably a bit delirious, too. I just gave you a shot of some heavy antibiotics. Might feel funny for a while, but it'll help. And you're gonna need some time to recover.
Time? We don't have time. We need to get a message out. It's important.
Message? You mean to your friend, asking for medical help?
Never mind that. Help me up so I can look at the radio. Let's see if the parts you brought back are any good.
That's a military shortwave, isn't it?
Maybe.
I know a bit about radios. It's not like any surplus I've ever seen.
Ah, damn it! Well, the parts look fine. So, whatever's wrong with the radio goes deeper than that.
What could it be?
Something to do with the power. Fuses. Transformers, maybe. We have bigger problems to deal with first. That bear's out there, hunting us. He's a smart old bastard. He'll keep us from getting out, getting supplies, finding help. Eventually, he'll either get us or starve us out. I gotta lay down. Help me back to the bed.
Okay, let's ask about the dam.
The dam was pretty busted up, like you said.
Place was cracked open by the quake years ago and never recovered. Was already half dead at the time.
Meaning?
The dam dates back to the 60s. Industrialists from the mainland wanted to use it to power a mining town he was planning to build. But the bottom fell out of the price of coal, and he had to abandon those plans. Some fool tried to get it running again in the 80s, but then the forest talkers got involved, and that was the end of it. Pretty sure the quakes finished the job once and for all.
Okay. The bear?
What's this unfinished business between you and the bear?
Me and the old bear. Every time we meet, we make a little trade.
And what do you trade?
Each other's blood, mostly.
Sounds like a losing proposition.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. For one of us.
Surroundings?
Can you tell me anything about where we are?
Well, this whole area takes its name from Mystery Lake nearby. It's kind of a wilderness preserve, though you wouldn't know it from the logging trucks. Not much around there, apart from some lake cabins that'll be locked up for the season. You've already seen the dam. Railroad passes through the area. Trains come through once in a while. Fewer every year. Whole area's mostly dead. Most of the year.
You sound like you like it that way.
Yeah, I sure do.
So, no other people living out here?
You gotta understand. The collapse destroyed Great Bear. There's nothing here to stay for. You meet anyone out here? Chances are they're hiding from something. Or someone.
And you? Why are you here?
I have my reasons.
Okay, woman?
The main reason I'm out here is I'm looking for someone.
You won't find too many people out here. That's kind of the whole point.
This is someone important to me. A woman. She may have passed through here a few days ago. She might have been injured.
What makes you think she came through here?
She passed through the tunnel leaving Milton, but then... I'm not sure.
Well, the roads from Milton don't lead this way. Wherever she's headed, you'll have to cross the mountains to find her. Not an easy path, even for the most experienced outdoorsman.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Well, you won't get far with that bear on the prowl. What we need is to get my radio up and running, so we can find out what the hell is going on. Maybe someone out there has seen your friend.
Okay, let's ask about the forest. Which one am I actually... Okay, forest talkers.
So, who are the forest talkers?
Eco-terrorists. Activists, some call them. Depends on who you talk to, I guess.
Why are they out here?
Well, they've been active for years. They come and go. Mostly here to throw a wrench in the works for a variety of resource projects, mining, forestry mainly. They want Great Bear to remain a pristine wilderness.
You don't sound like you agree.
Oh, I've no love for industry. But this is the way of the world. You have something they want. They take it. Nothing much you can do to stop it.
Well, judging by what I saw in the dam, I'd say the forest talkers are still active.
Well, that's good news for you. Keep your eyes open for supply caches they might have left behind.
Perseverance Mills?
woman I'm looking for. She might be on her way to a place called Perseverance Mills. You know it?
Yeah. Shit-nothing town, north part of the island.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I know it.
We were on our way there, my passenger and I, when we crashed. I need to find a way to get there, or contact her. See if she's all right.
You sure she's alive?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, normally I'd make some calls on the old shortwave. Whole area's been damn quiet since those lights in the sky. Even the wildlife's acting strange. But I might have an idea.
Okay, strange.
What do you mean the wildlife's acting strange?
You live out here long enough, you get a sense for the patterns in nature. Right now, the patterns are broken. Critters aren't behaving the way they should. It's like they're spooked or something. No, not spooked, but changed somehow. Best way I can say it is, things don't feel right.
Okay, so what's your idea?
You said you had an idea. What do you have in mind?
Well, it's a long shot. But I may know how we can find out about your friend.
I'm listening.
This shortwave, I use it to keep an ear open for what's going on.
So how do we get the radio working?
There's no reason I can see why it shouldn't be working.
Well, what about more parts? Or another radio?
We might find another radio, but I think I have a better idea. Problem is, it's no use with the old bear out there. Your path to a working radio, and our survival, is through that bear. We have to find a way to deal with him first.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So we have to deal with the bear. But you're half dead, and rifle shots don't seem to do much. So...
That's because the old bear, he's special. I've been hunting and trapping for years, and I've shot a lot of bears. But I've never encountered anything quite like him. Special bear like that needs special magic to bring him down.
Magic?
Don't worry, I'm not delirious. I don't mean literal magic, but we need the old knowledge. The old ways.
What do you have in mind?
There's an old story. Local legend, maybe. About one of the original settlers of this place. Spence. Story goes something like this. Spence shows up and sets up his claim shanty with his young family in tow. For generations, the family had been traders in the Hudson's Bay Company. Old voyageur stock, they say. Hard people. Survivors. One day, a bear shows up and menaces the homestead. Spence takes a shot at the bear, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Bear wanders off, but Spence's wife, she takes a turn. Slips into fever. For days, delirious, she screams about the bear. Local doctor can't do a thing for her, neither can the priest. Week later, a hired hand goes missing, and they find him. Just a body. Ravaged. Spence fears for his wife and kids. He's convinced some evil bear spirit is trying to kill them. Revenge for some slight in the past, maybe. Something in the family history. Spence gets some men together for a hunting party. They go out into the muskeg and track something big for days. Eventually corner it. It's a big son of a bitch. Biggest bear they'd ever seen. Man killer. Story goes, they empty their rifles into the bear and it just walks away. Like it's made of stone. They call it the demon bear after that. Wife's dying now. Spence believes the bear's evil spirit is killing her, eating her soul. He can't get anyone to join him on another hunting party. They know rifles don't work. So he forges a spear, like a boar spear, but bigger. From some old Hudson's Bay trapper's wisdom, apparently. He goes out into the muskeg, disappears for days, and then one morning, the wife's fever breaks. But nothing from Spence. Some men go out looking for him, and they find him, half dead, blood all over him, body torn almost in two. The bear's work. The last thing he says is, "Spear stole the bear's soul. My wife is now free." And then he's gone.
So, did he kill the bear?
Nobody knows. Never found a carcass. They buried Spence, took the spear back and hung it over the mantelpiece in the Spence homestead. Never saw that bear, or any other, again. Years later, after the Spence family faded to obscurity, wealthy land baron bought the spear to hang in his hunting lodge. Just so he could tell that story, I imagine.
So, do you believe it? The story of the demon bear and the spear stealing its soul?
What? No, of course not. I might spend all my time alone in the wilderness, but I'm not crazy. But the old stories sometimes have truths hidden in them. Spence might have been superstitious, but he had the right idea. 10 inches of cold, hard steel might do what a bullet can't. I'm convinced. A spear's the way to kill that bear, and you need to get Spence's bear-killing spear if we're going to survive the winter. The old hunting lodge is still there, a couple of days' journey south. Follow the tracks the other way, through the muskeg, and you'll find it. If the spear's there, get it. It might be our best hope.
And the radio?
You deal with the bear, and let me worry about the radio. Now, let me rest. Good luck out there. Watch out for our demon.
Right.
Chapter 2, The Best Defense. I don't remember if I actually searched this box when we were here before. Oh, it's not searchable. Retrieve the legendary spear from the hunting lodge. We will do that. However, for now, as I mentioned, I was going to try to get back to... Oof, how much of this stuff can I carry? Not much more. And I got a bunch of food in here. I would like to take the food. I'll probably leave this coal behind. It weighs a bit. Lantern. There's actually not much left of that. Okay, what can I leave behind here? Let's leave behind some of this firewood, I think. This kind of weighs a lot. And I can break apart things to burn at the other location. Oh, I could probably leave this hatchet behind because I've got one at the other location as well. Oh, and I had actually wanted to grab... How much does that? Okay. I think we should be good now. For me to grab... Okay. Sewing kits, just so I can repair my clothing. Okay, and then I actually probably can take along. I'm still curious to take along this coal, because I imagine coal burns forever. So there can't be much, yeah, there's not much left in here. So if we come back at any point, we can grab it, but for now, I think that'll be suitable. And where is it sending us? Okay. That actually looks like we're going to be leaving the map. Okay, well, let's start by staying on the map and getting back to where we're supposed to be going. When I say where we're supposed to be going, I mean back to the camp office. And then before we wander too far, I might try to get up to that lookout point, because it said that there were some hunting supplies in that one note. And if we're going to be out, I don't know what hunting supplies it would necessarily have that I don't already have, since we found so many rifle cartridges. But I will definitely have to sort out my inventory for sure before we head off to who only knows where. So apparently that location where we found the dead body was Max's last stand. I guess the guy that we found, his name must have been Max. And he did not fare out so well against some sort of predator. I think this is the hill we came down, so we should be able to go back up over here. I like these birch trees. Okay, so we need to go a little bit in this direction. Thinking I'd like to maybe stay off... Oh, yeah, there's the... Okay, I know where I am now. I'd like to stay off the railroad tracks if I can, because, like I said, there were some wolves that were patrolling along there. So if we go... So far, there's not, knock on wood, but there has not been any on the path that we've been taking. Oh, hey, look. I don't even know if I can carry these. I just said about trying to do some of these survival quests, and here's some reishi mushrooms. And there's some over here as well. So if we get enough of these to brew the teas, that'll help us on those survival quests. Then I guess at some point we'll have to figure out how to harvest, or I'm sorry, how to create a snare. And we're still underweight. I have no idea how many it takes to make prepared. I think you've got to prepare them like you do the rose hips. I think I saw that at one point. I have no idea how many... Oh, speaking of rose hips. Okay, let's get our weapon back. I say our weapon. Our flare gun is not really a weapon, but it's a deterrent, I suppose. Okay, so they're the power lines. So we're in the vicinity of that wolf. So let's maybe try to head up here a little further. Try to keep an eye out for him. Because I have the flare cartridges, but it's always better to not need them. Yeah, I don't see him at all, and I would prefer to see him and know where he is than to not see him and be left guessing. Okay. I definitely do not see him. Actually, I do. He's way, way down there. Oh, there's a deer. Maybe that's what those, the bow and arrow... The bow and arrows would be useful for, would be hunting deer, because I imagine if you shot the rifle, that might bring the wolves. Of course, maybe it would scare them away. I imagine in real life it would actually scare them away, but who knows in this video game. Okay. Alright. We have made it back, and I am just going to be going upstairs and sorting out some inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and call this episode here. So look at all the Christmas lights strung along the wall. Anyways, I'm going to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment, and also subscribe so that you're notified of future videos. But for now, my name is Hawk, and this has been The Long Dark, and I will catch you guys next time.